So I'd just like to end by thanking all those who have stepped up today here in the audience and here on the stage and all those in the background to make sure that we have a strong program, community-based programs for now and in the future. And I'd like to thank General Dean, as he's always quite the leader in these efforts and has helped pull all this together. And Mr. Velasca and Ms. Davis for being part of this here today. We are on the right track, and this is so helpful for our men and women of the armed services, and I couldn't be any more prouder of their efforts. So just thank you very much.
We can take questions now from the audience, and if you have a question for our speakers, please share your name and your affiliation. Got one. We've got a microphone. Natalia, can you?
Thank you all for your time today. My name is Bill Murphy. I'm with Stars and Stripes military newspaper. I was just wondering if you could explain a little bit the level of funding support that we're talking about here, how much is going to actually fund. My understanding is these are new positions. There'll be more people out on the streets. So I just wondering if you could describe the level. Absolutely. Thank you.
Great. Thanks for your question. The Corporation for National and Community Service is the lead federal agency for volunteerism and community service. And so our commitment to this important effort with regards to this largest VetCorps effort is approximately about $1.5 million towards VetCorps that gets us to placement of up to 100 AmeriCorps and VISTA members with the coalitions on the ground providing community supports. It's a very cost-effective strategy. That federal investment is also matched by our participating sponsors who are supporting. So one of the benefits of our programs is that we provide some initial seed through initial federal investment, but that's also matched through sponsoring organizations and community support.
Anything else?
Hi, good morning. Jack Stein with the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy. One, I'd just like to thank you all and recognize the importance of this work on behalf of Mr. Kurlikowski, our director. This initiative speaks so perfectly to what the National Drug Control Strategy is all about, and this level of collaboration between federal agencies and community-based organizations is just so critical. So one, we'd like to, whatever we can do to lend our support and to help promote and sustain this type of effort, we'd love to engage in that type of discussion. And my question is, can you explain a little about the strategy about which community and which coalitions would be actually receiving individuals to participate?
Yes. Thank you for those comments, Mr. Stein. We appreciate it very much. Working with the National Guard and the cooperation, CADCA is selecting among these 28 states that are going to be represented the communities where the greatest need exists. So, that will be determined, and in many cases has been determined in cooperation between the three agencies. The intent is to utilize our coalitions in places where we have the greatest number of veterans and families returning and in need of help and assistance. So that's how we're going about doing that. Okay?
Hi, I'm Bob Reed with American Legion Auxiliary. Wanted to congratulate the corporation and CADCA for this exciting initiative. And I was hoping, Mr. Velasco, if you could elaborate for our listeners abroad on web and hear what some of the other activities that the corporation does in support of the veteran and military family. I think it's important for our nation to understand the overall veteran and military focus area of the corporation and Congress's support for that through the Serve America Act. And I think that's just a wonderful example of that type of investment, and hope you could elaborate.
Great. Bob, thanks for that question. Certainly, as you said, Congress has given us the authority through reauthorization in the Serve America Act to focus on national issues and be able to focus volunteerism and community service efforts to address those problems. Our philosophy is that communities best know how to solve problems, and volunteers are a critical part of that solution. One of the focus areas of the corporation, of our strategic focus areas, both suggested in the Serve America Act and codified in our agency strategic plan, is supporting veterans and military families. And the objectives are twofold, both ways in which that volunteers can support and expand services to assist veterans and military families with whatever challenges may be unique to them in the communities of which they're a part, but also ways in which we can engage veterans in terms of service. We know that veterans have made a commitment to service of the highest calling in terms of protecting our nation. And when they come back from serving, sometimes it's difficult to be able to translate ways to find that meaningful community engagement. And so our objective is to be able to find those opportunities for veterans, as Bobby indicated, to serve in ways that help their community, but also in ways to support other veterans. And they do that in very tangible ways, providing career access or access to health services or other services that are needed to veterans and their families. They mentor youth or at-risk youth of military families. They repair housing for veterans and military families. And those are just some examples of the ways in which volunteerism and individuals are supporting through communities can really support and address issues and challenges to help veterans and military families.
Any other questions? All right, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today and also all of you watching us via the web. And for more information about this project, please visit cadca.org/VetCorps. Thank you.
Thank you. Well. It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.